Benjamin checked all was well, turned off the lamp, and took his daughter to Tiger Town to visit aging, ailing Saba, aware of his upcoming retirement. Despite everyone's pleas, he refused to take medicine and just lay there moaning. The proper thing would be to give him the old heave-ho, but Benjamin wouldn't hear of it. Benjamin was convinced Saba would turn the corner. Meanwhile, his son had wandered into the warehouse and found a locked box, his curiosity buzzing like a kid in a candy store wanting to know what treasures lay inside. Little did he know, he opened a surprise party. Meanwhile, Benjamin was cheerfully chatting with his daughter before bed. Watching their joy from outside, Dylan felt nostalgic about the close bond he once had with his dad. Yet, for some reason, neither father nor son spoke, even though they both cared deeply, just lacking that tiny bit of heart-to-heart connection. The next day, stepping out, Benjamin found snakes covering the ground. Thankfully, Kelly and her crew rescued him. But just when he thought it was safe, a pickup truck cruised in, making everyone jump. Everyone went on high alert. Kelly sent Benjamin a letter. What it said: this VIP was the ultimate authority of the zoo and botanical garden. Whether it could operate normally rested solely on his word. He was here for an unannounced inspection and also to check on his crush, Kelly. Unfortunately, Kelly had no interest in this older gentleman. Following an extremely thorough inspection, he presented a list of no less than 12 reform demands, the implementation of which would cost at least $1,500. Benjamin pretended to keep his cool, but his empty wallet made him silently vent. Everyone thought he would throw in the towel, but he righted that barrel, proving he was all in for the long haul. His determination caught Kelly's eye, and thankfully his brother swooped in just in time to bolster his courage. On the way back to the zoo, Benjamin was stunned by what he saw. Was that really their Moby bear? After some serious squinting, father and son confirmed it was. He rushed to call Kelly for backup, and soon everyone was mobilizing to sedate the little guy. Fortunately, backup arrived just in time. One shot sent the bear to dreamland, but bringing back the 800-pound cub Max Benjamin's scorecard. That was the man's last shred of dignity before hitting rock bottom. That evening, everyone was celebrating the false alarm except for Benjamin, who looked like he just lost a wrestling match with the truck. What now? Late that night, Lily and Dylan climbed to the roof to stargaze and plot their next move. A gusty night breeze snuffed out flickering candles, while parents below exchanged thoughts silently. They didn't mind if their kids fell in love one day, sharing a little spark of affection themselves. After months of bonding, it seemed like they were warming up to each other too. Yet Benjamin was still haunted by the shadows of the past, skillfully sidestepping anything mushy when the priority was getting the zoo up and running. But he felt overwhelmed, donning his late wife's favored sweatshirt, wishing she were around to sort things out. Lying in bed, he discovered a long-forgotten bank slip stashed in his pocket. After checking with the bank, he learned that his late wife had saved up $84,000 for him, a secret adventure fund. She understood that he had a passion for adventure, but struggled with planning, which is why she quietly and consistently saved up this nest egg for him. It was as if she forced to this day. She left him a note on how to use that money, telling him to just follow his heart. She even underlined "listen to your heart" with 3 exclamation points for extra emphasis, giving Benjamin a huge boost of confidence. But Iron Pillar was unfazed. Flooring the gas pedal, the fuel gauge plummeted, and the speed shot up to 80 mph. Benjamin's account was already deeply in debt and of no value, and it seemed likely that he would soon declare bankruptcy and run away. Therefore, we were urging everyone to sever all ties with him as soon as possible. Lily found out, and bluntly said, "I thought you still had a car." "Sure, but did you actually write that check?" "Yes." "That's awesome. I just want to go home and see my friends." For some reason, Dylan's words sounded like a bad script. Maybe he was just too shy to confess his true feelings. His words cut deep into Lily, who held back tears and left feeling utterly defeated. Meanwhile, Benjamin returned to the zoo, and everyone awaited the bankruptcy alert. Instead, he raised his hand in defiance, determined to finish what he started. "I don't know what you've heard, but I'll tell you this: I may not have much money, but I have enough to get us moving. If you join, I'll give all I have. I need your support. We are going to reopen this place with a bang. This job truly stands out as the best gig in the entire world." Hearing this, everyone was ready to follow, applauding Benjamin for his bold spirit. From that moment on, the crew was pumped and worked together diligently to restore the zoo to its former glory. Days slipped by as renovations progressed, with smiles and confidence all around. Yet Dylan struggled to hide his worries. Lily had vanished. As the grand opening approached, Benjamin took his daughter shopping for supplies. At checkout, the cashier was astonished to see Benjamin's credit card had the zoo's name on it. Upon inquiry, I found out that it was Benjamin who had bought that place. Behold! We successfully bought the magnificent main gate. Really? That's fantastic. We used to go there all the time. Will it bloom once again? We anticipate reopening our doors on July 7th. Clearly, this zoo, which was once deeply loved by people, is currently in a rather alarming state. Saba's condition had gotten so bad, he could barely eat. The best option seemed euthanasia, but Benjamin preferred to splurge on meds to prolong its life. He clings to her as if unable to let go of his seriously ill wife. After his wife's passing, he avoided reopening old wounds, finding the fond memories suffocating. After all, he was still unable to escape from the shadow that lingered over him. The next day, Suba sat stone still on a rock, his pained expression pleading for mercy. Everyone in the room sensed at the bottom of their hearts that it was time to make a choice. But Benjamin remained stubborn, pushing even kind-hearted Kelly to the edge. "Can't you see how selfish this is? Looks like your buddy needs a break. Give him a few weeks, some meds, that's all I ask." Kelly couldn't grasp Benjamin's dedication, he couldn't bear to let go of life. In the late afternoon, Benjamin went off by himself in search of a place where he could gather his thoughts. Kelly made dinner and waited for the kids, a gentle breeze soothing their hearts. In that moment, they opened up to one another, sharing their tales. Benjamin reminisced fondly about their romance and peaceful times, but mostly of those long hospital vigils. They shared years of love, but her life was tragically short, leaving him feeling he hadn't been there enough, and treating Suba was like caring for his ill wife. "I can't give up on you, but I must. Just go to sleep now, Benjamin." Sweet dreams wrapped up the night, and the next morning, Benjamin arrived early to meet Suba. After ruminating all night, he felt uncertain. Just then, Dylan came in, wanting Dad's advice about love. "I have feelings for her, yet I dread the possibility of getting hurt." Benjamin replied with a tease, "Whatever you say, you might let yourself down. Why not just spit it out? Let me tell you, sometimes all it takes is 20 seconds of sheer courage. Although those 20 seconds might make you want to find a hole to crawl into and hide, you will soon afterwards find yourself experiencing the joy that comes after." That chat led to them sharing tons of heartfelt advice, breaking down the walls between father and son, each realizing how much they really cared for each other. "You're truly a wonderful father." They instructed Robbie to go and bring them all of the cash. Embracing the courage to forge ahead marked the beginning of a new chapter in their lives, with the troubling memories of the past transforming into a source of motivation to move forward. It showed them glimmers of courage and hope each day, as life unfolded around them. Benjamin pinned Suba's photo by the fence, marking new life in the zoo. The zoo brims with life again, and the dad's encouragement had his son beaming with joy. The sunshine of hope lit the soon-to-be opening zoo, and his brother brought the good news. Together, they cleaned it top to bottom, ready to welcome the revival of the zoo. On July 1st, they were all set to open on July 7th. Even though the inspector was still grumpy, everyone was hopeful and excited for the grand reopening.